This is the assembly video for the Clap Snare Eurorack drum module by Reckless Experimentation Audio. Tools required: soldering iron, solder, wire cutters, a fume extractor is recommended. Begin by taking the contents out of the bag and verifying all components are present. Initially, we want to give the board some weight to make it easier to work with. The first parts are the audio jacks, followed by the chip sockets. Note the notch at the end of the chip socket. That should align with the silkscreen on the PCB. Now onto the resistors. The first resistor is the 470 ohm resistors, which go here. Then the 5 1 kilo ohm resistors, they go here. Now a lonely 4.7 kilo ohm resistor. After that, 3 10 kilo ohm resistors. Next, a pair of 33 kilo ohm resistors. Another lonely resistor, 47 kilo ohms. Now 7 100 kilo ohm resistors. Then a single 330 kilo ohm resistor. The final resistor, a 2.2 mega ohm. Onto the capacitors, starting with two 1 nanofarad capacitors. Now two 33 nanofarad caps. Then 7 100 nanofarad caps. Next, the two diodes. Note the polarity. The white band on the diode should match the PCB. Followed by the 7805 voltage regulator. Make sure the curved side matches the PCB. Now the 3904 transistors. And the 3906 transistors. Make sure the curved side matches the PCB for all the transistors. Next, the 10-pin power connector. Followed by a pair of 1 microfarad caps. The long lead goes to the plus sign on the PCB. The final group of capacitors, a half a dozen 10 microfarad caps. Now set on the PCB, but do not solder the 100K and 1 mega ohm potentiometers. Next, take the face plate and position it on the potentiometers and audio jacks, securing it in place with a nut onto one of the audio jacks. Now add all the nuts to the potentiometers and audio jacks, only finger tight for right now. Now solder the potentiometers. Then snug up the nuts some more if desired. The knobs can now be attached with a supplied Allen wrench. It is recommended at this point to do a power-on test with a current limiting power supply. Any short circuits can be fixed without the chance of damage to a chip. If everything is good, add the chips. Make sure the notch on the chip aligns with the notch on the chip socket. The noise chip goes in the socket on the upper corner of the PCB. I recommend doing one more power-on test before adding it to your rack. Now go make some reckless noise.